Whenever I look at us like that, like there's like a whole foot.
Yeah. I'm taller than you.
I know, but it's just so much more whenever we're sitting like this.
Should we stand? Here, let's stand. Wow.
Okay, guys, it's that time.
It's that time of year.
EDC Las Vegas is here.
And
it's happening.
And we have something to show you.
That was really loud.
That was a funny sound.
Our EDC wristbands are finally here.
Yes, we are going to be doing an unboxing for you guys, as well as talking about the pros and cons. We will be camping this year.
Yes.
And we just wanted to talk about the differences between camping and getting a hotel on the strip somewhere.
Yep.
So you guys can be better prepared when you guys go to EDC, because everyone should go to EDC.
They definitely should.
Okay.
Let's get into this box.
I'll hold this end. And you pull.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That is super cool.
Oh my god. I've been so excited. We got the box in the mail like a week ago, and we wanted to do an unboxing, and I was like, well, can't I just like take a peek at it before? And Christian was like, no.
Absolutely not.
We have to wait. We have to give them their our genuine responses, or reactions.
Genuine reaction.
So, you're welcome. I waited so long for this. EDC Las Vegas 2025, all are welcome because we love everybody.
That's right.
Inside and out. Oh my god. I'm
What's
so excited. So the theming of this year is Kinetic Metropolis.
Wow.
And there's like a different theme every year. This is so cool!
That is super cool.
I am so excited for this EDC.
Ma'am.
This is my 4th time going. It's Christian's 2nd time.
7th.
2nd time.
What'd I say?
Anyway, I'm very excited to be going back. It's been like 2 years since we've been.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked to be back.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. They have like...
Okay, so let's see what we have.
Should we start with this first?
Sure.
Okay. The packaging and the detailing of this is just on a whole other level.
The PR team for EDC goes hard every single year. You get this little box full of goodies along with your wristbands. Coachella could never. And it's so nice every single time.
Look at that.
Community. We are one.
We are one. We love that.
So the little booklet usually will give you information on like all of the different stages. Each stage kind of has like a different theme, and at each stage there's usually a different like subgenre of EDM music playing. Yeah. Because not all the EDM music is the same. There are several different little subgenres of EDM. So one stage that we will definitely be spending a lot of time at
is
Wasteland.
Love
Wasteland. A little bit more like hard style, kind of grungy, more of the stuff that scares your parents. That's where we're at.
And
Bass Pod also.
That's where I will be staying.
Incredible. Lots of dubstep, drum and bass. We love that quite a bit.
A lot of loud.
Circuit Ground is also a really cool stage to go to.
It's one of the bigger stages.
It's one of the bigger stages, but Cosmic Meadow is the ultimate main stage.
That's the one that you see the moment that you walk into the festival.
Yeah, and it is insane. It's so cool. But yeah, so this little booklet gives you all the information that you need about the different stages. Also gives you like basic festival info. So like times that the festival grounds open, how to go about like registering your wristbands. It also usually gives you like a little map. Let me see. Is there a map in this one?
Side note, these seem a little bit more comfortable than the year before or 2 years ago when we went.
I don't know. There's no map in this one, but you just get lots and lots of information. Like there's lots and lots of info on here on Camp EDC, lots of info on like what to bring in for the actual festival itself, different things that are offered inside of the festivities. So yeah, there's lots of good information in the booklet. Make sure you read through, especially if it's your first time. You're gonna pretty much get all of your answers, your questions answered in this little booklet.
Yes.
Okay, now let's get into these PR goodies. So first up, we have these really, really cute like luggage tags. It says Plur 24/7, 365, all day, all night. Love these. And for those of you who don't know what Plur is, so the P stands for peace, the L stands for love, the U stands for unity, and the R stands for respect. And Plur is sort of the overall like theming consensus of not just EDC, but just the raving community in general. It's truthfully all about like unification, love, accepting every and anybody.
Correct.
And there are moments when you're at shows, when you like really connect with someone that you've met in the crowd, and you can always exchange candy, which is really cute. And through the exchange of candy, you do the full Plur mantra. So peace, put your little 2 fingers together for peace, love, make your heart sign.
Make the heart.
Unity. Connecting your hands, and then usually you exchange the candy over to the other person's hand through
very fun.
Respect.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
First time it happens, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting your first candy it's a very big moment.
Very big moment.
Yeah. So I love it. But yes, we have these cute little luggage tags now. This is awesome. We'll be able to use these when we go to Japan.
Yes, indeed.
So that's cute.
Cute.
Okay, then of course we have our wristbands.
And the great thing about this is the moment that you pull these and they are on, you will not be able to take them off.
Yeah, they're not going to fall.
So do not pull them down before putting them on your wrist.
Yeah.
Not that either of us have done that. I'm just saying don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not do it.
These are GA wristbands. We actually did recently upgrade our bands to GA Plus.
Correct.
So we are going to have to stop at Will Call once we get into Vegas for Camp EDC to upgrade these wristbands, which I'm very excited about.
I saw the parrots fly by.
Well, the parrots just flew by.
Yeah.
You guys, we have like 4 parrots, these like gorgeous green and red parrots that like occasionally will fly around our area during the summer.
Yeah, usually around this time.
And they're so beautiful. And when you can catch them and see them, it's awesome.
We will try and do so in our next video.
Yeah. I have these really cute little keychains. One purple, one green. And it says EDC on the little wrist strap here.
These
are
cute.
So cute.
These like go in your keys?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I will be upgrading my keys with these.
Love it.
Love this.
Love it. And then
they always give you a ton of really amazing stickers. So let's see what we got this year. The other great thing is like because we got 2 tickets, you get like 2 of everything, which is really cool. So Apocalypse, Base Rush.
These are cool.
Beyond Wonderland. And like a lot of these are other festivals that Insomniac puts on. So Countdown is a festival that they do for New Year's Eve every year. And it's usually like alien themed.
These are really
Dream
cool.
State is a new festival that they've started doing. EDC, of course, Electric Daisy Carnival. Oh my God, Jonathan's joining the vlog. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! Fun fact, Jonathan went with me to my very first EDC that I ever went to back in 2017.
He didn't go to mine.
You're being loud. So lots of stickers. And then last but not least, new car air fresheners.
Love that.
What does it smell like? Open it and smell it.
You're going to put this in your car right away?
I don't know. I'm very picky about air fresheners. A lot of them kind of like nauseate me. So this might be a situation in which I never use this.
It's going to smell like hope.
What does it smell like? Oh, that was very strong. I think it's like pine,
It's like a pine.
like Nordic pine.
Nordic pine.
Okay, it's not that bad on second smell.
If you like pine.
It's a very fresh scent. Like
Yes.
very like I just did my laundry.
Indubitably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not bad. Not bad at all.
Love that.
But yeah, so this is everything that we got in our package. It's quite a lot of stuff.
Yes.
They always tend to send like quite a bit of stuff, which I very much appreciate.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of like collect the boxes. I think we still have our
have
EDC
ours.
box from the first year I took him,
Mm-hmm.
which was really special. I think I also probably still have some of my other ones too, just like away in storage.
I think it's just the effort that they put in makes you excited about the festival.
Yeah.
It shows that they care about your whole entire process, because I think going to a 3-day festival for the first time can be a daunting experience. I think it can be a little like scary as far as like you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So having anything from the company itself just preparing you and making you feel, I don't know, comforted is always nice. So now we're going to be getting into the pros and cons of camping versus getting a hotel on the Strip. Now, I can only speak for myself because I have only gone camping, but you have you've done both.
I've done both. So the first year I went to EDC, I did a hotel with a bunch of my friends. We drove into the festival to enjoy everything and then drove back out. And then the next year that I went was camping, then again camping the following year, and again camping this year.
So I think we're seeing a pattern of what we believe is the better option.
But yeah, so let's get into the pros first.
Pros.
So number one is that you are on site for the festival.
Correct.
So camping for EDC is literally right next to the festival grounds. Like you're there. There's no getting shuttles or driving in and out or trying to figure out Ubers and stuff to get in and out each day. Like you are there, ready to go. For camping, usually you get there the Thursday before EDC, and then you don't have to leave until the Monday afterwards. So it ends up being
a 4-day.
Yeah.
Or even almost even
like
5-day
experience that you can have, which is amazing.
You can also do RV camping. If you want to do that, you can rent an RV, or you can also be provided a tent. And these are
it's not just a tent.
It's not just a tent.
It's like a pod, like one of those really fancy.
This isn't a fire festival tent, okay?
We're not out here fighting for cheese on bread.
That's right.
In the Bahamas or wherever the hell that was.
Yeah.
These are like actual pods that you're given. There's like fake grass inside, which is nice, and a whole AC unit in each pod as well, because you are in the desert and it is hot. So having
get
AC
into that
units
later.
help. There's also usually like a, what is it? Like a strip?
A strip?
Like the electric strips?
Oh, yes. They have like an extension cord.
Yeah, there you go. So you can like plug things in. So you have electricity. You're not just like off the grid. You're fully on the grid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is amazing. Being on site, I feel like is one of the main perks, because having to drive in and out each night really sucks.
Yeah.
Like you are going to be sitting in a crap ton of traffic. The year that I went and we drove in, it took a good hour and a half just to drive into the festival site. And then you have to park, and then you have to like walk through security and do all the things. So like it's gonna take you a good 2 hours to get inside the festival just driving in.
That being said, we have heard there is now an alternate route that these shuttles are now taking from
some of the shuttles.
Like for example, at the EDC hotel that is on the Strip, they have shuttles that go from the hotel to the EDC grounds. So they're trying to make it easier for people.
They are.
But that still doesn't take away. You will be in the shuttle a good 2 hours.
Probably.
Like round trip.
And also with the shuttles, a lot of the times, like at least with hotel EDC shuttles, there's a specific time that you pay for of when you're allowed to get on the shuttles to go into the festival.
Correct.
So if those times are like booked out, sometimes you can't get on a shuttle to go into the festival until like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., meaning you're not getting into the festival until like midnight or 1 a.m. Like you're missing quite a bit.
Right.
So that's also something to keep in mind. Or if you're going the route of doing like an Uber or a Lyft into the festival, they do crazy surge charges. So you're paying like $200 to go like a few miles.
That's
like
three numbers.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. So definitely big pro for Camp EDC is that you don't have to worry about any of that. You're just there, ready to go. Also, you can kind of take your time when it comes to going into the festival each day too, like getting dressed, getting ready like at your campsite, and then just being able to mosey on in. Another really big pro for doing Camp EDC is that you have your own entrance into the festival. So Camp EDC gets its own entrance, its own security entrance into the festival. You don't have to stand in like crazy long lines. Like you essentially end up waiting the same amount of time you'll see like GA plus or VIP waiting to get into the festival. So very short wait times. You have your own entrance, which is fantastic. Another pro is that you get re-entry with Camp EDC. So you can go in and out of the festival.
So if it gets cold, you can grab a hoodie, come back in. If you just are not feeling the bathroom situation at EDC itself, you can go use the restrooms at camp, come back in.
Yeah, because camp has actual bathrooms, which is another like huge thing. There's like these huge bathrooms with like maybe 50 to 60 stalls in them. So you can leave the festival, go use an actual bathroom instead of having to deal with a porta potty situation inside, and then come back in. I'm definitely that type of girl. Porta potties are not my thing. So I will be going out and then coming back in just to use the bathroom.
That's another reason why we did GA plus, because GA plus you have access to like nicer bathrooms that are on the festival grounds, and that's something that's necessary at our age. You know, we want to be comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable old ravers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Another pro of doing the Camp EDC experience is that you are essentially immersed within this world 24/7.
Community.
Full community vibes. So within Camp EDC, there are always performances going on. There's DJs that are coming to do day parties, night parties, after parties. Like you always have something going on. There's always music playing. There's always events that you can be going to, and you're surrounded by fellow ravers, fellow EDC goers. So you're constantly immersed within that energy. There's no like turning it off once you leave the festival. Like it's with you the whole time.
Yeah.
And if you're somebody who like just kind of wants to party 24/7, then
or also wants to get their money's worth. I think going to camp, you are dedicating yourself to 4 to 5 days of doing this. But it's when you look at everything, camp ends up being, I think, a little bit cheaper than compared to doing a hotel, depending on the hotel that you do. But when you add shuttles and food and all that stuff together, maybe it's a little bit equal. I'm not sure. But I think that camp is just more convenient in that sense. And yeah, if you meet people on the festival grounds that are also at camp, then you guys get to go back together. You get to continue the party and
make friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another big pro is definitely just everything that the campsite has to offer. Like, again, Camp EDC, you have performances that are going on all the time. You have pools, you have
Ferris wheels.
So there's like rides and stuff that you can do at camp as well.
Vendors
with like lots of food and drinks. There's also yoga and dance classes and like a spa and a place where you can get like your hair and your makeup done. And
they have art exhibitions. They have people that come in that are selling different types of merchandise. They also have within each kind of tent misters that are going on all the time. And so they try to keep people as comfortable as possible. They have different hammocks and just different lounge areas. And
there's a lot to do and see just within camp itself. So like during the day when you're not in the festival, there's still so much going on. It makes it worth it. Like, again, you're fully immersed. You're surrounded by all these other people who are like ready to have a good time. And the world of EDC is just, it's insane. Like, Insomniac puts so much effort into their festivals. They really want you to feel like you're experiencing the rave version of Disneyland. So you are really like paying to fully immerse yourself within this world, and it's amazing.
If I had to, if this is your first time going, I say do camp. Go do camp, because it'll just immerse you completely in everything. And especially if you're young too, if you're in your 20s, go to camp, because you have the energy to do it. You know, you don't necessarily have, you can fall asleep anywhere. You don't have to be as necessarily comfortable. But yeah, like we bring our own air mattress and we try and make it as comfortable for ourselves as possible. And I feel like we've done a good job of doing that. Do we have any other pros?
Just a good time.
Just a good time. Now let's do the cons. Okay.
Nothing in life is perfect. So there are definitely some cons to doing Camp EDC, and we would be remiss if we did not tell you what those cons are.
We don't want to lie to you.
Yeah. This is a relationship.
That's right.
Built on communication and trust.
And love. Yes. Peace, love, unity, and respect. So, con number 1, shower situation. Not ideal.
So you are still camping. Like, it's glamping, but you're still camping. So the shower situation is these very large shower trucks that you stand in line for, walk onto, different little shower stalls. It's not terrible, but it's also not perfect. Like, if you're going and showering in the middle of the day or like late afternoon, you're standing in line for quite a bit of time waiting to get into these shower trucks. In the past, that has been horrific because it's also really hot. Again, you're in the desert, so you're standing out in the heat, you're exhausted, you've been up till like 4 a.m. the night before, you're waiting to shower. Like, it's a rough time. In recent years, they have started implementing like shade structures and stuff and misters over the areas where people wait for the showers, which is amazing. So you're not just like standing in direct sunlight, and it's not like burning hot while you're waiting.
What we did 2 years ago is that we would usually leave the festival grounds at around 3-ish. And then right away we would just go take a shower.
Throw off your clothes, wrap yourself in a towel, go get in the showers. Because like no one's showering usually while the festival's still going, or like not too many people are. So pro tip, definitely like pick certain hours to go shower. Like right after you get out of the festival, I know you're tired, but like take your stuff off, go shower.
And it'll be nice just being clean.
Yeah.
Because you've been dancing for almost like 12 plus hours.
Yeah.
So just go shower.
Yeah.
You'll feel better, you'll sleep better. And then if you need to shower the next day, you can.
Yeah.
And that's not.
Yeah. Con number 2, it's hot.
It's hot.
You're in the desert, it's hot. It's gonna be like 90 something degrees. Again, there are shade structures like around, there's misters around, you have the AC unit in your tent, but
however,
sometimes they do go out. Like they're not infallible.
Yes. And there were times in which our AC unit would go out just amongst our area. And they do have 24/7 help. People that are working there, and they have booths that you can walk up to them and be like, it's hot.
Yeah.
And they'll come over and try and fix it the best they can. And usually it would take maybe like 45 minutes to an hour for it to come back on.
Yeah.
But you do see people throughout the day who are, emotionally tired, physically tired, and they're either kind of like sleeping in a hammock somewhere. There are people that would be directly underneath the misters, And sometimes those tents just get very, very crowded, and it's hard to find a place to get comfortable.
Yeah.
And so there would be times in which Dina and I would just have to go back to our tent and just kind of be in front of the AC and just try and be as comfortable as possible.
You find ways to thug it out, but it's definitely going to be hot, so definitely prepare for that. Portable fans, will be your best friend. Water, definitely, like 100%. I mean, there's water stations all around camp as well. So like if you're bringing your water packs and stuff with you, you'll have places to refill them. Another thing that we found that was really helpful, even just like the short walk from like where your tent is into like the main mesa area of the camp. It's hot and you're going to be like dying on that walk. So taking like a little pashmina, bringing it over to the water refill station, drenching the pashmina and like just having it kind of over your head as you're walking. Really helpful.
Or like a sun umbrella.
Yeah, lots of people will be walking around with sun umbrellas, with fans, wet pashminas. Like you make it work, but it's definitely going to be hot. So prepare for that. We will be doing a video on like the essentials to pack for EDC. So that'll be our next video. Watch out for that.
Lock in.
Because there's definitely some things that you will need to survive.
Correct.
But yeah, the heat definitely a con.
Yeah. Con number 3, there is music playing constantly. So when Dina and I got there, you drive in, and we got there at what?
I think it was like 9 a.m.
9 a.m. There was already like a huge line. And definitely bring, the wagon. Bring a wagon, bring 2, because you're going to have to carry a lot of your stuff, and you are on a gravel parking lot.
Yeah.
And so carrying that's going to be tough.
So breaking it down, you park in one area, you like check in, they give you your little like camping wristband. Then you take all of your stuff that you have to camp, you go through security, they check your stuff, make sure you're safe. Then you go from there over to the campsite. So there's like a whole trek that you kind of have to do with all of your stuff over to wherever your assigned tent is. So if you're not prepared for that, that is brutal.
Be prepared.
Have a water bottle on you as you're going through that whole experience. Have a wagon to be able to pull all your stuff so you're not having to carry everything, because that's also horrific.
Just be ready.
When you're checking in, if you are like us and you do not want to be right next to where all the craziness is happening, let them know as you're checking in, because they will take that into account when they're placing you like and assigning you your tent.
Story time.
When we went together, our first tent assignment
was wrong.
So originally the person that told us where to go sent us to the wrong tent. So we like set up in a tent, then come to find out that wasn't the right tent. So then we had to move to what was the right tent.
Which was also wrong.
So then they moved us to what really was the right tent. It's going to be a whole process finding your tent, guys. Like that whole thing can kind of be a mess. But once you do find your tent, and once we did find our actual tent, it was right behind the mesa. So we were right behind main stage where everything is going on. Ground shaking, constant music. It was insane.
Our tent was vibrating. And our like bed was vibrating, and initially we were cool with it. We were like, okay, we're like right in the middle of everything.
It's fine.
And then we found out that the stage at camp will start music up again at 3 a.m. and does not stop.
Yeah, there's someone playing music 24/7.
Yeah.
Like the party at camp does not stop.
Yeah.
So I need to sleep. Sleep is a very important thing to me, very important thing to him. If it's not important to you, that's fine.
Go crazy.
You can always just stay close to the mesa. Not my deal. So
it was around 10 p.m. that we requested another tent.
Yeah, we went to the help desk. There is like a little area inside of camp where you can talk to them and ask to be reassigned. They are very helpful, very willing to reassign you based on what your needs are. They're just like, hey, truth is, we're old ravers. We like to sleep. We don't want to be right behind the mesa. What can you guys do? They very quickly and easily were like, hey guys, that is A-okay. We'll move you over to this area way, way further away from the mesa. That way you're in a quieter section. Is that cool with you? Hell yeah.
And then we were closer to the bathrooms. We were also closer to...
We were like right next to the med tent too,
Yeah.
which was awesome because if anything happened, then we're there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we moved all of our stuff over, finally got settled in at about 11:30 or midnight. So that was a very long day for us. Don't do what we did. Definitely just when you do your original check-in, let the person checking you in know, hey, we would love to be in a quieter area away from the mesa. If possible, please. They'll assign you based on that, and then you're all good to go.
I would request close to the bathrooms, close to the shower. And then because also in the middle of the night, if you need to get up and go to the bathroom, you don't want to be walking hella far. You just want to be able to walk, do your thing, and then go back, get some sleep.
I mean, I don't know if you can get that specific. Everybody's going to be requesting to be close to the bathroom.
Sure.
But regardless, you can definitely request to be in a quieter area so that you're not right next to the mesa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Con number 3.
No, it's 4.
Is that 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Food. Bring your own. I would say bring your own food. Bring as much food as you can.
At least like snack wise, yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there's food there.
There's food.
Like there are vendors who are making food and stuff there. Obviously, it's going to be a little expensive. Like, be ready to pay like $20 a meal.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can like bring your own little like snacks and stuff like that in between, 100% do that. Save yourself some money. Okay, last and final con: not having your own bathroom.
Yeah.
So obviously you're glamping. You're in your little shift pod. You're waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You're exhausted, and you have to go pee. Then you have to get out of your tent.
Correct.
And walk however far it is to get over to the bathrooms, which is not always super fun, you know?
But also, like, everyone is very aware of how everyone else is feeling at that time. So, like, there's no judgment really going on. You see people that are just in their slides, looking tired. And so I think people at that point are just very understanding of how you're feeling and what's going on.
People are definitely very respectful.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a whole thing. Like if you wake up in the middle of the night and you have to go pee, like there's not the convenience of just being like, cool, walk through this door, there's my bathroom.
Yeah.
Like you're having to do a trek to go to the bathroom. And they do have like kind of bathrooms all around. There's not just like the main strip of bathrooms. Like they also have smaller like clusters of porta potties all around the campsite. Again, your girl's not a porta potty person, so I'm always going to go to the regular bathrooms no matter how far they are. That is my one and only option.
Because it's just so true. I love how blatantly honest you are.
Yeah, like I'm not using porta potties. I cannot. But yeah, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. There's also like the possibility of you having to deal with, how do I want to describe this? Just like an end of times amount of crickets. Like because you're out
chirpers
kind of in the desert at night, like around the festival, like lights and stuff, you'll see just like hundreds of crickets just kind of flying around. And at one point, the last time we were camping, for some reason, the girls' bathroom just got overtaken by crickets.
They were curious.
Like it was insane, like just completely full of crickets.
Dang.
So they ended up closing the bathroom, I think at one point to kind of get them all out of there.
That's right.
And the girls just all went to the guys' bathroom. So there was just like a night where girls and boys were all just lining up going to the same bathroom. And like, again, everybody was very respectful about it. It was fine. Like no one was making a big deal about it. And we like made it work.
We thought the girls were just making something up.
It was just like, kind of insane. Like I definitely went to go use the bathroom one time during that whole cricket trade. And again, this shows how crazy of a situation you're in because I hate bugs. Like 100,000% will not deal with them.
Not a bug's life.
There were definitely at least 3 crickets in the stall that I went to go pee in, and I just thugged it out and was like, we're just gonna pretend like you're not here, not look you in the eye. I'm just gonna go pee as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Like, so
definitely
you make it work.
Definitely check your surrounding. One other thing I was gonna say, definitely, and we'll put this in the other video, you have to lock your tent every single time.
Yes.
No matter how kind of the ethos of the festival is that we're all here to be respectful and loving. There are always bad apples, and there will always be people that will take your stuff. Usually, people will put tapestries on their tent to make it like
little things outside.
so they know where their tent is, and those things get taken all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of the situation. So
just be aware.
Just
be aware of your surroundings.
But definitely bring a lock.
Your things up. But yeah.
Oh, also bring a fanny pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll put that
in the essentials video.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
He's excited.
It's very exciting.
All right, guys. Well, that is our video for you today. These were all of, again, the pros and cons of doing Camp EDC. Truthfully, I feel like it's worth the experience. It's really fun. You have a lot going on. You get to meet a lot of really cool people and just fully immerse yourself within the world of EDC. I think it's worth at least doing once.
Yeah.
We do definitely want to try hotel EDC. That's become like a thing over the past few years.
Yeah.
And
it's
again,
just pricier.
It is definitely more expensive. And then also on top of that, you have to pay for the shuttle passes to get taken in and out. So that's a whole nother thing. But I think it's also something that's worth trying at least once. So next time we go to EDC, I think we'll try hotel EDC just to see.
Just to see.
But this time we're definitely sticking with camp. We're very excited.
One last round.
We will be taking you guys along, of course, for every day of our EDC adventure this year. So we're really excited to show you guys around.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Thank you so much for your support. It is always very helpful. So please like, subscribe, all that jazz. And we will see you guys at EDC.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Love ya. Bye.